Thank you very much, Rob. Thank you for inviting me onto your webathon. So, yes, just it kind of follows on from Philip's talk, actually. I hadn't realized he was going to mention some business aspects, but who am I? Um, I'm a recently converted English teacher. I've seen the light after 12 years in the law. I'm in England. So I'm aware I'm in an august company of very experienced teachers, so I don't intend to teach grandmothers to suck eggs, and I thought I'd rather talk about legal and practical issues. Obviously, we're talking about. Rob, can I have another slide two? Sorry. Okay, yeah. So this talk about me, business status, accounting and taxes, contracts, insurance, networking. So this is the scheme of the talk, and I'm just going to flag up issues because obviously we're all in different places around the world. We can't give any detailed answers and issues, but we can help each other, which I'll be talking about at the end. Slide three. Who am I? Yes, 12 years in London. So 1 year online EFL experience. So I'm a newbie. Spanish and French, Italian, and these are my ideas for the future: writing, coaching, web content, and maybe even RP pronunciation training. So got some ideas for training in the future in teaching. So, but going on to law and legal and practical aspects. I just want to give a disclaimer. Obviously, having been a lawyer, you can expect this from me. Every country has a different legal and tax system. I can't give legal advice. So this talk is about raising awareness, flagging up general issues, which you may need to study in more detail. Okay, next slide. So business status, what do I mean by that? It depends on which country you're in, but do we have to register as a company, or can we choose different trading styles? Can we just be an individual and run our business through our private accounts? Obviously, it might be a good idea to keep our private accounts and business accounts separate. If you can incorporate, if you've got the choice as a company, what are the factors to consider? Sometimes it looks better to have Inc. after your name, or Ltd. or whatever. You can brand yourself better. You sound more professional. So, what are the tax options? At what stage is it actually more advantageous to become a company, or should you all stay as a private individual? So, and also the admin hassle. Everything has an admin hassle. What's the minimum admin hassle? How much time we're willing to invest in saving some money? And do we have a choice of business domicile? Should we incorporate or set up business in more than one country? One of the most advantageous advantageous jurisdictions. So there's all sorts of possible issues to consider there, and every country will be different. So okay, number 6. So accountings, yes. So we need to check out, what kind of accounts and records do we need to keep? When do we need to file tax returns, tax information? I don't know, and who do we have to send it to? So there can be all sorts of complications with that. So we need to research that. In England, you can offset the costs of preparing accounts with accountants' costs. So that's worth investigating. We're all teachers. We aren't really that interested in keeping accounts. So if you can pay someone to take the strain and offset their costs against your profits, then that's great. That's what I'm doing. And obviously, what expenses can we claim as business related and deductions? And if we make a loss 1 year, can we roll it over into the following year? So these are things worth thinking about. We probably need to investigate various other taxes, sales taxes, or VAT. Are there any local taxes, regional taxes? And if we're operating across the world, are we paying tax in more than one country for the same transaction? In which case, can we reclaim tax from one place or another? So we're in a very complex area of double taxation treaties. So more of an accounting specialist issue. And obviously, if we're going to be self-employed, what payments do we need to make that normally employers would make for us, like health insurance, that sort of thing. Okay, so that's some accounting and tax issues. Number 7. So contracts and insurance. So we're going to have some dealings with contracts if we're employed by a school directly by a business doing business work for them, we need to obviously check out what our rights and duties under the contract are, hours of work, how many hours of work are we expected? Do they include preparation time, accruing holidays, sickness, redundancy, notice periods, all sorts of things that we just need to be very aware of, and network to see what other people have had experience of in the same jurisdiction. So insurance issues, there might be situations where we have to take out our own personal insurance. If are we teaching from home, dealing with children, people coming onto our premises, health and safety issues, professional indemnity. Are we working for businesses, helping them with language support and actually relying upon our expertise in producing documents which people rely upon financially. So it can also look good if you have a personal insurance policy. It looks like you're more professional. You can perhaps market more to companies. I investigated a little while back in England, and it was £90 and maybe $130 for a low level insurance policy. So that's something that's worth thinking about, even from the marketing point of view. Obviously, if you're going to be doing work for big companies, ideally you want to be on their insurance and you want to be indemnified for them. That may be not an issue for many situations in many countries, and obviously there's some commercial sensitivities about discussing these things. There we go. Data protection may be an issue for some people. What records should we be keeping about clients, and do we need to register, and how long can we keep them for, and that sort of thing. May not be an issue if we're just a one-man band. All right. Number 8, networking for mutual support. So let's help each other. Obviously, we're all in different places doing different things. Just as an idea, I've set up a Facebook page called In Chambers Teaching Legally, which I have to say was Rob Howard's idea for the name. Thank you very much, Rob, using my name as a pun. So it kind of works as an ex-lawyer to use the name Chambers. So if you want, just go along to Facebook, type that into Facebook, find me, tell me who you are, where you are, what experience you've got, and what your experience you're willing to share, or issues you want to know more about, and maybe we can network with each other and put each other in contact with each other and share information. It's just on a kind of goodwill basis, tips and experience, not legal advice, contacts that could be useful, that sort of thing. So if anybody else is doing this across the world already, then please tell me, because I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to be checking out EFL online, because I can see that they obviously do a lot of work on that magazine. Gives a lot of information on these issues as well. So please do set me straight. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. That went by really quickly. I've got another couple of final slides. That's my details. That's where you can find me. chambersenglish.chambers@hotmail.com. So, and just Rob told me to put 10 slides in. I did 9, so I just thought I'd add a steady slide. This is me last week in Sussex, in south of England, and I'm next to a postbox, which you can see says VR, which means that postbox is 114 years old, dates from the reign of Queen Victoria. So there you go, a bit of history from England just to keep you from falling asleep. So thank you very much, Rob. I appreciate your time and the platform you've given me.
That was great. And in the true spirit of being a lawyer, Michael is going to send all of you a bill at the end of this conference.